Now, White Pine County Daily News with Wyatt Cox.
And KELY News, sponsored by Sahara Motors. The Kawasaki KX450, built out of the box with everything you need to dominate the track. Check it out today at Sahara Motors and let the good times roll. Well, we got up to 84 yesterday. 1/100th of an inch of precipitation out at Yellen Field. A lot of areas in White Pine County got significantly more than that, but here in Ely, not much at all. And that may be just about the end of this round of monsoonal flow. Look for mostly fair skies today, the high around 91, a slight chance of an afternoon shower. White Pine County Commission yesterday voted to accept a proposed temporary moratorium on new data center development applications at their meeting yesterday, while the county developed zoning regulations specifically tailored for future projects. But perhaps the most controversial part of the meeting, during consideration of a raise for county IT employees, which commissioners claimed they had never seen the pay study the commission ordered back in 2025, despite KELY publishing the study in February of this year. The study revealed that on average, county employees were paid 7% below market rate, with some positions being paid as much as 30% below market rate. Now, during the meeting, Commission Chair Paula Carson claimed that the board had never seen the study, but former road supervisor Martin Trout shared on Facebook he felt the commissioners were not telling the truth, saying the study showed his position was paid 10% less than it should have been, and that this was part of his reason to retire. You can read the study at our webpage, KELY1230.com. We've also republished our reporting from back in February on the study. Commissioner Jose Noriega appointed to replace Commissioner Pat Robinson as liaison to the Golf Advisory Board following the recent conflict between Robinson and the Advisory Board. The commission also mandated that the Golf Advisory Board move their meetings away from the golf course to another location, likely the library conference room. Now, Commissioner Noriega voted against the motion, citing the potential effects on other advisory boards. Well, the Ely City Council meets tonight at 5 in the Ely Volunteer Fire Hall with several action items on the agenda. Council members expected to consider donating $1,800 from contingency funds to support the 2026 White Pine County horse races, decide whether to seek listing of Ely City Hall on the Nevada State Register of Historic Places, and award the construction contract for Phase 3 of the Steptoe Valley Trap and Skeet Range Hunter Education Building. A public hearing on community development block grant priorities scheduled for 5:30 tonight. White Pine County Sheriff's Office made 2 arrests Tuesday while investigating a storage shed burglary in Ely. Deputies arrested 52-year-old Irene G. Duran and 70-year-old Vicki Peterson, both of Ely, on suspicion of burglary of a structure, possession of a controlled substance, and petty larceny. Bail for each was set at $20,000. They are innocent until convicted in a court of law. Deputies also investigated the reported theft of property from a vehicle at a local casino after the incident was captured on surveillance video. Other calls included suspicious activity at a storage shed, several disturbances at a local casino, a brush fire referred to the Bureau of Land Management, and a reckless driver was turned over to the Nevada State Police. Nevada's unemployment rate edging down to 5.1% in June, improving by 0.1 of a percentage point from May, according to the Department of Employment, Training, and Rehabilitation. Here in White Pine County, the unemployment rate 4.4%, down from 4.6% in May. County's labor force totaling nearly 3,800 people, with 3,633 residents employed, 166 unemployed. Statewide, Elko County had Nevada's lowest unemployment rate at 3.5%. Mineral County the highest at 8.7%. Well, while White Pine County is likely to impose a moratorium on data center projects, a major southern Nevada city isn't. Henderson City Council decided not to impose a temporary moratorium on new data center applications. Instead, the city will evaluate each proposal through a separate development agreement requiring developers to address concerns such as noise, heat, water use, power demand, and impacts on nearby neighborhoods. Henderson Mayor Michelle Romero said there are currently no data center applications pending, and any future project would face a detailed review before it could move forward. Down on the southern Nevada border, Primm Valley Resort and Casino has reopened after a 17-day closure under new management by Terribles. Employees and longtime customers welcome the reopening, which restores about 300 jobs at the State Line property. Terribles says it plans to invest in the resort by bringing back concerts, slot tournaments, and other amenities to attract visitors from Las Vegas and southern Nevada. Primm Valley Hotel and Casino is now open. Still no announcement on the future of Whiskey Pete's or Buffalo Bills. As Lake Mead heads toward record low water levels, Congresswoman Titus joining a bipartisan group of Western lawmakers in calling for billions of dollars in new federal drought funding. The lawmakers say the money would support water conservation projects, infrastructure upgrades, and other efforts to protect the Colorado River system. Federal projections show Lake Mead, which supplies about 90% of southern Nevada's drinking water, could reach historic lows within the next 2 years, prompting lawmakers to call the situation an emergency. A new Democrat-affiliated poll shows Nevada's 2026 race for governor is a dead heat. The survey, obtained by the Nevada Independent, found Republican Governor Joe Lombardo and Democrat Attorney General Aaron Ford each with 44% support, while 12% of voters remain undecided. The poll of 558 likely Nevada voters has a margin of error plus or minus 4.2%. Now, the results underscore what analysts say is shaping up to be one of the nation's most competitive gubernatorial races heading into the final months before November's Election Day. And Nevada Congressman Stephen Horsford and Mark Amodei introducing bipartisan legislation today aimed at banning sports betting through prediction marketplace platforms like Kalshi and Polymarket. The lawmakers say the bill would require sports wagering to follow the same state regulations, taxes, and consumer protections as traditional sportsbooks. Supporters argue the measure protects Nevada's gaming industry and the jobs and tax revenue it generates. Opponents say prediction markets operate under a different federal regulatory system. At 8:21 for Sahara Motors, that's a check of news from White Pine County and the state of Nevada.
You see lots of commercials on television telling you to drive a little and save a lot. Dealers wanting you to drive to Salt Lake, Elko, Reno, and even Las Vegas. But ask them one question. What happens if there's a problem? Do you have to drive 3, 4, or even 6 hours to get service? Here at Sahara Motors in Ely, we service everything we sell right here in White Pine County. Shop here first, get our best deal, and you get that best deal by telling Shauna that Wyatt sent you by. Then if you want, shop other places. When you account for the drive, you'll find that it pays you to be a part of the Sahara Motors family. Stop by Sahara Motors, just about a mile north of Ely on US 93. Sahara Motors, we are White Pine proud.
Tell Shauna Wyatt sent you by.
Celebrate community, creativity, and country at the White Pine County Fair, coming August 22nd and 23rd. This year's theme is American Pride countywide, and there's something for everyone. Show off your talents in gardening, baking, canning, photography, hobbies, handiwork, and creative arts. Everyone can enter, and cash prizes are awarded. Plus, don't miss the special $250 award for the best original entry celebrating America's 250th birthday. Enjoy live music, tasty food, games, vendors, talent competitions, and the always popular 4-H livestock show and sale. The White Pine County Fair, August 22nd and 23rd. Start planning your entries now and celebrate local talent and American pride. Registration is Thursday, August 20th, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Friday, August 21st, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Blue Building at the White Pine County Fairgrounds. Presented by AD District 13, Beta Sigma Phi, District 4H, White Pine Junior Livestock.